Welcome to BaldHeaded Metal, guys, and welcome to another reaction, this time around to Windrose with the song Gates of Ekrund. From what I understand, it's in the Warhammer fantasy setting and lore, so for any RPG or tabletop fan, this should be a really good one. I don't know anything about this band. With that being said, let's get right into it, but be prepared that I voice my opinion 100%. If I like it or I dislike it, I try to have an interesting conversation around it. Let's see what they got. So far, good beginning, good intro to the song. Actually, I do like the CG. I typically don't like CG in music videos because it always looks cheap. Actually looks pretty good here, fits the music video. It looks like it's going to be about dwarves based on their height, and I kind of also saw it from the comments, some people mentioned it. And from what I understand, they're a very, very light research. It's an Italian folk metal band. They don't always do Warhammer-themed music. It just happens to be that this album Waterfront is going to be surrounding that. Looks like a classic kind of power metal groove so far. Let's keep it going.
From the fortress of the dwarfs on the gates are crying for war and coming with the night. The blood will flow before their home. There's no turning back anymore. From the fortress of they're holding the lives, they're ready to die. The sack on the walls, the storm has arrived at the gates of their home. There's no turning back anymore. Here we are, at the gates of the mountain. Hold the line. We're alone, but no one was left behind. We're a number as the vendors overrun, but there will be no surrender. Here we are, at the gates of the mountain. Hold the line. Feel the breath of the horde that's charging us. We're a number as the vendors overrun. We will answer to the fire with fire. Fire and stone. We came from the forge together and we'll answer to the goal.
I like this. I think it's great. It's fun. It's easy to get into. I'm not having my mind blown in particular, but that doesn't mean, first of all, I won't in the future songs or the overall album. It seems like, and I don't mean this as a disrespect, standard fare power metal, and I tend to like it. It's like the comfort food. I love going back to this kind of style of music because it's really easy to get into and just have fun with. This actually a reaction I did this past week was to Electric Callboy, which did that electro metalcore thing, and in many ways there was a lot of comfort food in there. Man, I've been replaying that song non-stop every single day. I've been just enjoying it so much. So I think is the kind of case with this one. And based on the fact that they're doing Warhammer, 100% they have to have a Lord of the Rings themed song in here as well, somewhere in their discography.
Darkest night, not a star in the sky will shine on us.
I really enjoy his voice. I like his vocals, the what he adds to the song. He gives it this kind of oomph that I think it needs. And I really enjoy the keyboards, actually. I think they really build nice atmosphere along with the guitars. I do wish for a little bit more variety because we're a little bit over halfway through the song. I would like some nice change-ups in the song as well, maybe a nice solo. In the bands like this, I think it's kind of key. Also, just as a fun trivia for those Warhammer fans out here, if you want another Warhammer-based album, check out Bolt Thrower's War Master, which I believe might be the first metal album to do a whole thematic around Warhammer. I could be wrong on that one. I think they were the first ones because that one came out in the 80s. Oh, I'm sorry, early 90s. That being said, let's keep going. So far, I'm enjoying it. I like what it's all about. I like the attitude. You know what it is? When I like the attitude, I like the energy. I can have my problems with it, but at the end of the day, you just kind of enjoy it. It's when you're being pulled back and you on an emotion level, you're not enjoying anything and you're trying to convince yourself the whole time you like it. That's a problem. Here, I'm just already in. I'm enjoying it. I'm going to be actually looking forward to checking this band out more. Maybe, guys, you can recommend me some singles to check out so I could see what they're all about. Because they just seem kind of fun. I love their armor. It's absolutely awesome. I hope they come out like this on stage. Sort of like Teresa's did and Guar and stuff like that. I love, like, there's certain gimmicks we tend to like and certain gimmicks we don't. It becomes kind of a preferential thing. But me being a fantasy nerd, me being a video game nerd, as well as a metal nerd, this kind of all jives together with me. Not to mention, back in the day, it wasn't cool to be a fantasy or a video game nerd and a metal nerd. People just kind of made fun of you, poke fun of you for being like, you're not the cool guy. Now it's so cool to be that, with especially things like, oh my god, Comic-Con and all these kinds of cosplay events. I think it's become cool to really embrace that part of yourself. And I kind of just always been into that because I'm pretty much very introverted. He looks badass. Yeah, and it kind of fades out, I think, after that. Want to make sure. Yeah. I really like the violins in the background. I think they sound really nice. It's a little bit on the simple side, but that's not a bad thing. I enjoyed the song overall. The music video was cool. It's kind of become a thing. Like for example, I could see this band doing a soundtrack to a video game or a soundtrack to like anime or some kind of animated show or even a movie. because it just sounds, it has that epic quality to it. I think they would do a good job, sort of like Blind Guardian did with Sacred. If any old school RPG fans out there, I don't have anything particular to break down the music because riffing wise, it was on the simpler side. We didn't even really get a solo here. His vocals, to me, the vocals and the violins were very much a highlight of this. The production quality sounds great. So that, I mean, from my biases, it's just within the realms of what I like. It's like I said, it's a comfort food for me, and I enjoy that. And I would love to hear from you guys as well, kind of where you're coming from looking at this. Is it just too simplistic for you? Does it hit the right notes for you? I would love to hear from your opinions, especially fans of Windrose, and perhaps recommending even better songs from them to check out, because now I'm interested. And guys, to make sure to enjoy the rest of your day, stay safe out there, and keep it metal.